Hello everyone and welcome back to Austin Talks, where today we are covering probably my favourite times of year and I'm explaining today why I'm so excited for this time of year. So if you've been in the channel since last year, you will know that Halloween is one of my favorite times of year, for many reasons that is. But today, last year I was telling why I personally like it. Now I'm going to talk about Halloween in like a cultural sense, in why other people enjoy it so much, what's the whole meaning about certain aspects, and just like why Halloween is so great in general. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. Now, what the first thing we need to understand is the meaning of Halloween. Before we get started, I want to talk about like what it actually is, not like what it means to you personally, but what it actually is in the context. Now, while it was very different many years ago, today is a very festive occasion. Now, I'm gonna say holiday during this. Now, when I say holiday, I don't mean it as like you get a day off to have Halloween, Halloween event. That's unfortunately not the case. I wish it was. But while it is different while it was different many years ago, today it's just a festive occasion that is supported by other factors such as costumes and decorations, and it offers an opportunity to people to embrace the imaginative world of fear and scares, which is actually complemented by watching scary movies, which are quite popular around this time of year as well. Now, many people come together during this holiday to enjoy the thrill of the unknown, making it one of the most cherished holidays in the world, to me at least. I love Halloween, and it's like you do come together like as a community, especially when you go trick-or-treating. You come together within that community and you like sometimes you can have a conversation with them when you're trick-or-treating. So trick-or-treating is a very valued aspect of that. Obviously, with Halloween, you obviously have costumes. Now, there is no doubt that costumes are probably the craziest part of Halloween. But there's the one thing you need to ask is like, why though? Why is it so important? Transforming into the scary villains or characters reinforces the idea that this holiday embraces an imaginative sense of fear, and some go as like fantastical Halloween stereotypes like vampires, zombies, ghosts, all those like typical ones, and sometimes superheroes as well. Or some that are based on like movies or cinematic horror, like Michael Myers and Ghostface and Jason Voorhees, which are my personal favorites as seen on screen. But these costumes add more thrilling Halloween experience. If when you have something that's actually scary, not dressing up as someone. I mean, if you dress up as horror characters, that's a different story. But when you dress up as like say Superman, Batman, that's like you're dressing up, which is a staple. It's not the Halloween scary experience, which is what I like doing. I like scaring people, and scaring people with people with your costumes may be just the best part. I mean, but you need to be a good actor to really scare someone. Unfortunately, as much as I like scaring people with my costumes, I'm just not really good at it. That's something I may need to master approaching the time of year that is. Now, symbols of Halloween are another staple. I mean, and if you search up on the internet, symbols of Halloween, you'll more than likely get something to do with ghosts, pumpkins, bats, all that. But that's not what I mean. I mean what it conveys, what it means, symbolizes. I mean, Halloween symbolizes, as a whole, it symbolizes fear and the imaginative world of fear that is fueled by costumes and masks, and obviously some decorations. Now, this sort of symbolism revolves around the idea of becoming someone that strikes fear into many people. So unfortunately, when I dressed up as Sheldon last year, that did not work. But Halloween does symbolize communities coming together as well. When you go trick or treating, you can meet people, start friendships, and you can as much as it is all about fear, it does actually bring us all together in the end, which I think that's like the best part of Halloween. It has, as much as it's about like horror, community and all that, it does bring people together, which I think is like more valuable than anything. So I think that's like a very important thing that needs to be known, and I mean, as much as what's on screen is like a very symbolic visual aspect of Halloween, it's more of what's behind the curtain, what it impacts socially, and that's probably one of the best parts of Halloween. I mean, as much you don't realize it's happening in the moment because you're so invested in the themes of Halloween, which I'll get into a little bit. But it's more of how those themes impact you, such as the symbols. Yeah, wow, how that was actually more quicker than I thought. Now, these are traditional Halloween themes are probably the best part. Like, you need different themes. If you want to do a haunted house, you need specific themes. But there are many themes associated with Halloween. But I'm not talking about like a theme party. I'm more talking about like themes in general that are mostly associated with Halloween, and these include ghosts and supernatural, so like stuff that isn't out of the ordinary, which supernatural kind of brings it into witchcraft, because supernatural like magic does come into like witchcraft magic, which is obviously unusual as well. Then there's zombies and the undead, cemeteries, tombstones. Skeletons, those are common, like you can use these as decorations. Tombstones and skeletons are very common decorations, and so are pumpkins. And I'm led to believe carving jack-o'-lanterns is very common as well. And now this has only recently come into the Halloween traditions. This is only very recently, but cinematic horror has had a different sense of appreciation within Halloween themes. But it's now kind of crept its way up. And and all of these elements can be applied to any Halloween festivity in that case. But the one theme that remains from all of this, if you bring it all together, is scary and fear and Halloween, which is the best part. Now, I think trying to say which one's the best is really hard. But Halloween is pumpkins are what started Halloween. To be fair, there was always a theory that on All Hallows Eve is it's basically like the day before Halloween. So the October 30th, that's All Hallows Eve, and then Halloween is the final day. It's like Christmas Eve, if you get what that is. Which I think I think that's when you start your festivities, and then the next day you go all out. I don't know what it is, but yeah. Now, personally, now we're getting into the personal stuff. And these are my favourite Halloween movies to watch during this time of year. Now, respectfully, you can watch these any time of year, but I think for Halloween, I think it's perfect. Now, I explained last year that I like classic Halloween movies, but not scary movies. But since then, I've very much diverted out of my comfort zone and I've actually explored other waters of different types of movies, such as true horror. And my list now includes Halloween, the Michael Myers franchise, who I'm actually going as this year. Scream franchise, very good movies, both of which are very good movies. Goosebumps. Goosebumps 2, amazing movie. It's still Halloween, but it is also quite funny. Addams Family. As much as it's not Halloween, it's not scary. It's still along those lines. Same with Scooby Doo. You can never go wrong with Scooby Doo. And then now this one is still I'm still getting in touch with this one. Saw's a bit weird. As I know, Saw X is just released, and I'm quite familiar with the concept, and I'm just starting around with the movies, but it is weird, there's no denying that. Now, definitely, there's a mix for sure. We've actually got an even number. We've got 3 classic Halloween actual genre, then we've got Halloween actual Halloween festive movies, like The Grinch almost. So I think that's but now it is a mix for sure, and they are all good choices, and it is it does branch out from funny, scary to true horror. So I do call that progress on my part. But Scream and Halloween, it is good. The Night He Came Home, I love the storyline with Halloween. It is really fascinating, and yeah. Anyone like food? I think we all do, but obviously with every Halloween there is also some time of year that impacts us all, such as its treats, aspects that impact us like its treats. Now, with some hardcore research and personal preferences, I think that the Halloween this year, Halloween it can be is very traditional with its type of foods. And if you want yours to be scarier than ever, yours can be the exact same with just these sweets and treats. Sounded like an advert, didn't it? But candy corn, an absolute staple, ain't every Halloween. If you don't have these, it's not Halloween. But then we've got Halloween Oreos, M&Ms. M&Ms are Oreos and M&Ms. We've got they print them differently, so they've got different faces, and they've got the orange inside, which convey pumpkin. And then we've got different types of. We've got same mixes. We've got the Goals mix milk chocolate. I'm not too sure what's in them. I think it's just the colors of the. Then the same goes for peanuts, which obviously, I think that I like them. Caramel apples. I've never tried caramel apples. I do want to try some this year. I've never tried them. I do hear that they're really good, but also very sickly. But I do want to try them. Gummy worms, obviously. Gummy worms, you can never go wrong. Now these two. Gummy worms and jelly beans, as much as they're treats and sweets that you have on Halloween, in retrospect, you can have them any time of the year. I mean, the Goals mix and then the Oreo Boo ones, those obviously come around once a year. But gummy worms, jelly beans, all year. So those are obviously different. And so candy corn, that's only Halloween. These you can have any time of year. But these ones just have a different, it's like the different taste or different texture, during Halloween. They're 10 times better than usual. Then deviled eggs, actually one of the few savory that you can have. I think these are really underrated. They are actually quite good. Depends, I think the spider one's a really good concept, but depends on which one you like. And then, obviously, you have jack-o'-lantern faced pumpkin pie. I made that last year. It was a huge success, and I actually do plan to make little tartlets this year for with pumpkin, with little pumpkin faces. So, as I say, I'm going all out for Halloween treats, and you can do the exact same. Now, what is the best part of Halloween? Honestly, personally, I don't know. If you have a best part of Halloween, please leave a comment below. But personally, it may be the treats, it may be the costumes, but I really don't know. The one common theme that emerges from Halloween is its enjoyment. You're supposed to enjoy Halloween, and some people can take the fun out of it. You can scare them a bit too much, or you can scare them in a way that seems unnatural. I mean, you can scare them. There's funny, scary, which is what you're aiming for. Not scare them and lead them into having a heart attack. Not like that, please. Not like that. But funny, scary, that makes them enjoy themselves, and it does bring a society together. Now there are many elements that go into Halloween, and that's what I love about it. Making it the most enjoyable. That personally makes it the most enjoyable holiday of all. That's crossing out Christmas. That's its own. That's its own there. But there is no possible way to pinpoint which element is the best. But the one thing. But that's how you know that Halloween has been done right. If you can't name an element that's been the best and it's all evenly spread out, that's how you know you've done a good job with Halloween. And that's how you know you've celebrated Halloween right. Now, I'm not speaking from experience, but I plan to be that person that speaks from experience this year. And most importantly, it just has to be funny, scary. Funny, scary is what I have to emphasize right now. Funny, scary. Lastly, now, this is again personal, but what am I doing this year? Now, this year I do plan to go fully Halloween with decorations, treats, movies, experiences, the lot. Because I kind of had a little party last year, but it was not actual Halloween, it was more dress up, as I said. But I think this year is the time to go all out with Halloween and do what I was meant to do a long time ago, because Halloween is truly the best. Now, it's Halloween. I do plan to do an escape horror room, and we've got one that we're going to, and it looks terrifying. and I really don't want to do it, but obviously it's scary. But yeah, so I plan to do that, and obviously I'm going to have a party, and I'm going to dress up as Michael Myers and scare my friends. Fun, but which is good. And I also actually plan to watch scary movies all day long, and may go a bit above and beyond with the sweets. We'll keep that there, but probably the ones I mentioned earlier, I'll probably watch those scary movies along with those treats. Now, while that doesn't sound like a lot, I am doing a more trick-or-treating. I'm gonna try and do more trick-or-treating, and it's kind of hard right now. It's kind of hard. Well, it's difficult to do. Yeah, but But this year I am going full Halloween, and that is a promise for sure. I'm gonna go full Halloween, and that is the video. Any of you like Halloween? Please let me know in the comments below. Now, everyone, if you did enjoy the video, please leave a like and subscribe, and comment what else you would like to see on the channel, and comment what you're going to do this Halloween, because I am very interested. Now, if everyone, I hope you do enjoy your Halloween as much as I will, and I hope you do all have a great day, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.